This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canahan with the WMNF News headlines. The Florida Supreme Court has rejected the latest motion for a stay in the scheduled execution of Dennis Michael Sochor, who is set to die next Tuesday for the death of a woman in Broward County 44 years ago. In a separate order this week, justices lifted a stay that delayed the execution of James Arden Duckett, a former Mascot police officer convicted of the rape and murder of an 11-year-old girl in 1987. Florida had more executions than any other state last year. WMNF's Luisa Campos reports the state is on track for a similar result this year.
Florida already has 9 executions, 2 more than every other state combined. That's according to the Death Penalty Information Center, a nonprofit tracking executions across the country. In the U.S., 27 states still have the death penalty, but the Sunshine State offers only 30 days before the execution for the inmate's attorneys to dispute the order. Pamela Koloff, a reporter for ProPublica, says this period of warrant is important because all other states offer at least 3 months.
There are all sorts of things that one must check in that point before an irreversible punishment goes forward.
Koloff's latest article looked at Florida's death penalty and fast-paced executions. She says another concern is the lack of a pattern in Governor Ron DeSantis' choices for the warrants.
The decision-making process is so random that one lawyer said, for all we know, he could be throwing darts or, using a roulette wheel. Her point being, it's very random.
In Koloff's article, she also references DeSantis' rush to empty the state's death row might be a push to run in the 2028 presidential election. In a statement to Koloff, his office wrote, "My advice to those who are seeking to avoid the death penalty in Florida would be to not murder people." For WMNF News, I'm Luisa Campos.
Last month, Governor Ron DeSantis vetoed a bill that would have added regulations on e-bikes and micromobility. WMNF's Janiyah Carter reports the Florida Bicycle Association says the lack of policy still leaves many safety concerns unaddressed.
The Florida legislature unanimously passed Senate Bill 382 earlier this year. The bill would have limited e-bike speed to 10 miles per hour on sidewalks or other pedestrian-designed areas if a pedestrian was within 50 feet. According to Eugene Ryder, the vice president for the Florida Bicycle Association, e-bike speed has been a concern for a while due to shared roads and unregulated micromobility.
Problem is that a lot of the bikes that are being sold today they're being sold as a e-bike when really they're not because they don't meet the criteria. Much higher speed, they can go 35, 40, 50 miles an hour. Some of them have pedals, some of them do not.
The bill also aimed to create micromobility safety task force to determine other risks and how to address them. For Eugene Ryder, these concerns include regulating rider behavior.
There's poor passing, failure to yield, riding against traffic, and failing to communicate what intentions are, turning, stopping, slowing. Another safety issue is around infrastructure and the design for that the roads in these shared spaces do not safely accommodate this mix of user speeds and operating characteristics.
Florida currently regulates e-bikes through specific city ordinances. For WMNF News, I'm Janiyah Carter.
Jack Latvala died yesterday at the age of 74. He was a longtime Republican state legislator from Pinellas County. Condolences came in from both political allies and opponents. Florida Democratic Party Chair Nikki Fried told the Florida Phoenix, "You know what I always admired about Jack was he moved to his own beat and he leaned in on issues, learned both, all sides of the conversation." Pinellas County Commissioner Chris Latvala announced his father's death in a statement. The Hillsborough County Health Department has issued a water quality health advisory for Bahia Beach in Ruskin. The health department says that tests from Wednesday indicate that water quality at Bahia Beach does not meet the recreational water quality criteria for Enterococcus bacteria. The health department advises against any water-related activities there due to an increased risk of illness in swimmers. Test results are available at floridahealth.gov/healthybeaches. A heat advisory is in effect until 7 this evening. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible with highs in the mid-90s. Tonight, expect scattered thunderstorms with overnight lows in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny and hot tomorrow with highs in the mid-90s. The next good chance of rain is Wednesday. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.